Namaste and a very good evening to one and all. I am your Baranika. Welcome to Leaders Connect 360 Foundation's episode LC0252. Leaders Connect 360 Foundation is a non-profit organization aligned with United Nations Sustainable Development Goals (SDG). Our mission is to invite 1,000 plus leaders and create a million leaders. Every Wednesday, we come together from 6:30 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. IST on Zoom Live to gain insights from top management leaders and the last week of the month from authors. And once every quarter, we take it offline in different cities to network, support, and grow together. Because at Leaders Connect 360, we strongly believe that leaders create more leaders. Before we kickstart the episode, a quick reminder. Please keep your videos on for an engaging experience. First time visitors, check out the WhatsApp, Facebook, and LinkedIn links in the chat box to stay connected and grow with us. The episode is being recorded for our community archives. Now let's set the energy high. If you are excited and ready for an impactful session, drop a thumbs up or smiley in the chat. Fantastic. And now it's time to introduce our guest speaker for today's session, Mr. Balakumar Thangavelu, Director CSR, India Head Outreach Employee Volunteering CSR, Global Lead ESG. He will be sharing his valuable insights on powerful topic volunteering, a medium of making difference. Let me also introduce our moderator, Ms. Bhavni, founder of Agam Next Coaching and Training, NLP Master Practitioner, who will be interacting with our guest alongside our panel discussion leader, Ms. Akshaya Suresh, founder of Akshaya Suresh Image Consultancy, learning and practicing corporate trainer. Without further ado, let's get started. Over to you, Ms. Bhavni.
Thank you, Barinika. Thank you so much. Welcome, everybody. Happy evening, all of you. It's a great pleasure and honor to have all of you today. I can see the exciting participants already there for yet another episode of Leaders Connect. I myself coming to Leaders Connect after a long time. So yes, thank you so much for everyone being. It's happy to see some new faces and also some old faces. Nilai and others, I've been waiting to meet you all. So great. Also, a very warm welcome to our guest speaker, Mr. Bala Tyagaraja, sir. Hello, sir. Happy evening to you as well.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, everybody. Happy evening.
Happy evening, sir. Is it okay if I introduce you as Bala?
Absolutely fine.
Great. Thank you so much, sir. Great. So today's the topic seems to be very exciting, volunteering. So I volunteered today in place of Pankaj. So yes, I'm contributing a very good space for myself today. So thank you. So the topic seems to be making difference. So yes, so that reminds me about something which I had heard once, or I am working on something which is creating a difference for mythology. So it says every small act of kindness has the power for creating great ripples in people's life. Volunteering is not just about change that we create, but it's about making a meaningful difference. That it could be in community, it could be in social space. Most importantly, I believe for within. So yes, I'm very excited to know more from you on that because I truly believe that volunteering and empathy is always a choice. It is never forced. So yes, as this topic is gearing its momentum, I'm very happy to know and learn more from you, sir. I'm sure that's going to be a very insightful time that we all are going to be adding value to and making a difference for ourselves. So yes, without taking much of your time and allowing you to get the space, I will now request Akshaya to take it up. Happy evening, Akshaya. How are you doing?
Good evening, Bhavni. How are you?
I'm all beautiful. I hope you're all geared up. Could you all start? Is it okay? Are you all ready? Yes, I'm able to see you now.
Can we?
Yes, I'm able to see you now. Great.
Yeah. Okay.
Lovely. You look beautiful. So thank you. We all start today. You're making a difference. And not missing out the fact, sir, you're also looking very handsome today. So yes, the blue looks very smart on you.
Thank you.
Great. Lovely. So let's start. Let's all begin. And great. Welcome everybody again.
Thank you, Bhavni. So before we proceed, let me take a pleasure in welcoming Mr. Bala and Akshaya to the welcome video.
Sure.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you for that welcome introduction video for our guest and our panel discussion. I'm very pleased to also know that I am having a fashion designer on the first. Thank you so much. Thank you and welcome. Let us all kickstart ourselves to know more and explore ourselves with Mr. Bala to give us more insights about the topic. And yes, all of us, please be glued so that after the end or between the process, we are definitely going to be looking forward for asking questions, open platforms, and many more to come for the panel run. Yes, great. So yes, Akshaya, all over to you, dear.
Thank you, Bhavani. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to start with a quote. Your presence is your power. So please switch on your cameras, let your leadership speak, okay? Because it gives a mutual respect. And I would like to start this with a quote. Volunteers don't get paid not because they are worthless. That's because they are priceless, said by Sherry Henderson. Okay, with this. And to guide us through this, we have someone very special who doesn't just talk about impact, but actually making impact at scale. So, welcome, Balakumaran, sir. Uh, and here is your first question for the day. Is volunteering truly about impact, or has it become more about personal branding in today's life?
Okay. Thank you so much. First of all, thanks to Prakash Sharma sir and Arul and the whole team behind Leaders Connect for giving me this opportunity. And thank you, Bhavani ma'am, for uh, commenting on my suit, the blue color that suits me well. Thank you. Uh, uh, so this is, I think the small uh, a small point that she said, right? It takes a long way for a lot of people. You will not know how far it could take people's, the excitement that they carry forward. So thank you for that. So Akshaya, having an image consultant asking me some questions, making me conscious to look into my posture and all of that. But I'll try to make it ease for myself. And then to your question. And to your quote, right, like volunteers is not paid. I say like volunteers are paid in 6 digits, and that is SMILES, smiles. So so volunteers do things for satisfaction, and like Bhavani ma'am volunteer today to kickstart this session, right? And to your question, is it truly impact or is it about branding, right? And that question coming from a brand consultant is is kind of an oxymoron, right? But the point is, volunteering is not new to us. Volunteering is not new to the human era, and for humans, uh, we always have stood by. We have always, when somebody in front of us, or when we hear somebody, there has always been something or other that we had been trying to do. At least feeling empathetic about that situation is what we have done. So I was also of the same kind of a myth that uh, should we do branding about when we do something giving back to the community? Should we actually do something about it? Should you tell to people that I did so many things, I did so much and so on and things like that? I was with the same myth probably 10 years back. 10 years back, an incident in my life changed it altogether. So I volunteer, like maybe that term if I'm not using, right, like I just support a lot of NGOs around Coimbatore. I live at Coimbatore. So one of my friend runs uh, school for special children, the my intellectually challenged children's school, the autism Down syndrome child kids. So I used to visit their school and support them with anything that I could do. So one day when I was there, I got a call from my friend's daughter. While she was going to her school, she saw a mentally ill woman on the road on a highway in Coimbatore in a very, very bad shape. Like she was not wearing her sari properly, but she was in a very bad shape. And she called her mom and then asked, like, Ma, can you do something? I can't get down on my off my bus. She was doing 10th grade. So the moment she reached her school, she said, this is the spot that I saw her, but I felt very bad. Can you do something about it? And I was sitting in front of her mom and like my friend, and she asked me, Bala, this is what my daughter says. Can we do something about it? And then I said, like, let's go and see what's happening, because your daughter has put an effort to call you and then tell, why not we go and have a look at it? So we went there to the place there where she pointed, and then we went there, and then we couldn't find that lady immediately, but few meters we roamed around and we could find a lady, and she was speaking in Hindi. I don't know Hindi. My friend doesn't understand Hindi, but it was not also full Hindi. Also, it was completely broken. She was mentally challenged, intellectually challenged. That was very clear, and not dressed properly. Her sari was completely gone out, and we were trying to give her some water bottle. She threw the water bottle on me, and then we were trying to go close to her. She keeps running, and then I said, like, we are not experts. We'll have to call somebody else to sort this out. And then I reached out to some of my other NGO friends. And one of my friends said, like, I'll come over immediately. And his name is Mahendran. He runs an NGO called Eran and Jump Trust. He came all the way in a bike, just like 15 minutes he came. And he had that all that expertise. He immediately holded her hand, both her hands tight. He altered her sari, wrapped the sari for her, and then clean and good. And then he tried to calm her down, but she was not calming down. He said, "Sir, I think we cannot leave her here. She was all like having bruises on her hand and all of that. I think we should rescue her. We will take her to the government hospital." And my car, it was this 3-day old, a new car that I had bought. So I said, like, let us go. We called ambulance. It was not showing up. So he said, let's go in my car. So we took her in the car. We rolled down the windows and then we moved on. So when air started coming in, right, she started having fun. That lady started laughing out loud. She was having all fun and she was putting her hands out, like enjoying that wind. And then we took her to government hospital. There, at that moment, he called somebody on the way. He took some pictures and he called on the way my friend. There, when the moment we went into the government hospital, there was a transgender lady whose name is Taslim, who received us, and then she took her, that mentally ill lady, and then she got her admitted, and then she did all the initial process. And I asked her, like, who is Taslim, and she said, like, she is a transgender. She is taking care of the attenderless ward in GH. There is something like these abandoned people who come, right? For them, she is like the guardian who signs all the application form, and then she does it. She takes care of them until they are there and see. So she got admitted, and the initial, like, all procedure was done, and then I said, like, sir, we'll leave. They took some pictures and then we left. I took my car. I had to drop him back at the bike, like the pickup point where he dropped. So 5 minutes into my car on the return way, I got a call from my couple of my friends. Said, Bala, what have you done? Phenomenal work, great work you have done, amazing work. I was like, what has happened? And immediately in a local, hyper local news channel, it's called Simplicity in Coimbatore. This rescuing efforts in my car to admission was captured in multiple pictures and it was posted in a hyper local news. And I knew that Mahendran is the person who took pictures and he only could have given that news. I was telling, sir, what, why did we do it? Like, it was just like intrinsic. We felt empathetic, we felt compassionate, and then we dropped her here. But why should we even publish it? And that's when he said, Bala, you are not there until I was like wrapping her sari and all of that. So I checked with the neighbors there. She was there 5 days in that same place, not even having food, water. And in the evening, drunkards have abused her, taken her into the shrubs nearby and abused her. And thousands of people had seen her all the past 5 days crossing this road. Not even one single person took this effort. So it is not about personal branding, sir. It is about giving a whip to the people who have seen and then left it as it. Anybody can do this. Call 104, ambulance will come and get her into the ambulance. That's all you need to do. Anybody can do it, and not just you or me. That is the message. So it is not about personal branding, it's about inspiring others to do. It is not Bala, somebody is born new to come and do this. Bala is another common man. Like Bala, anybody can do it. And that day changed my mind. And I started doing my posts on Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever I do, small acts of kindness. This is what I do. And it is, you can also do it. So it is to inspire people. This transition should happen and will happen. So still, some people think that it is personal branding. But I've seen some posts that I've done. I've rescued a man, and I'm taking a little long time in this responding to this question, but it is very important. I rescued a man. I said, like, I'm not prepared for this, all rescued. I'm a common man like from a middle class family who is into Cognizant doing my software development work until like a few years back. I was managing like 200, 300 member team. I was on a Saturday, I was taking my car to go out for shopping. I was alone to go shopping. And on the very, very main arterial road called Avinash Road in Coimbatore, there was a man opposite to my lane or like towards my lane. I was going toward this station. On the sidelines, there was a man around like age 40, completely nude, walking inside the traffic. He comes inside the traffic, goes side, and I said, like, everybody is going on their like busy schedule. I said I should do something. I took a U-turn in the next possible U-turn, and then I came. I tracked this man, and by the U-turn, I know like there's a there's a friend of mine who runs an NGO who does such rescue activity. I called him. He said like, Bala, please go hold him and hold him at a place until I send the rescue team. Please hold him there. That's what he requested. I took a U-turn, I parked my car, and then fortunately I had a towel that I used to, wipe my car. I had a towel. I just took the towel. There was like road laying was happening, painting was happening. I took help of like a couple of guys. I tried to wrap it up, wrap him on his hip, and then I took him to the side of the road. He was coming to beat me, and then he unwrapped the towel. He put it on the floor, and I started lying down. And I told one other person who came to support me to hold him. He looks to be very, very, very dried up. So I went to buy a bottle of water and couple of bun in a nearby bakery. He took the bun and he kept it for his head and then he slept. He was there. 20 minutes it took. 20 minutes I stayed there. And then the ambulance came. They were experts. They got a new pant shirt. They wore it and then he took him there and they took him to and then I realized that it's almost 2 months that man was walking in that side without a single piece of clothing. So what happened after that? I did post about this incident on Facebook, and then 2 days later, one of my friend calls from a different city, says that, Bala, I saw a man like this. Is there a helpline? Is there an NGO support who I can rescue here? And then a rescue happened in a different place.
Very
So
inspiring.
it is not about personal branding. It is about inspiring people to people know that like anybody can do this. So that's about it. I know it took a longer time, but I thought I
Oh,
should share
what a
this.
great bow for you, sir, for having such a big humanity with kind heart. And anyone should have that heart first to do that. Great, sir. Very wonderful. That's a very powerful point, especially when you said that small girl who called her mom and said like
Yeah,
a small girl when she had that thought. No, it's very nurturing and very nice.
we
So
didn't
I
we didn't
think
want to let her down. We didn't
yeah,
want to
yeah,
let her down.
definitely. Yeah, definitely. That might have helped so many of her friends as well. She would have said this to her friends as well. Very
Absolutely.
nice. So I think people struggle to balance between a genuine intent with the desire to be seen. That's very true in this. And that brings me to a deeper question. Why do many people feel the intent to help but rarely take that first step to volunteer?
I think the answer to this ties back to the first response to mine. A lot more inspiration should be required. A lot more people should talk about. So there are like 24 people in this call, including me, right? From now, I request all of you share all your acts of kindness. Don't be judgmental about your acts of kindness. Is it too small to share? Is it too big to share? Anything is important. Any small difference that you make is important. So share it with your friends, with your like network, so that everybody feels that, hey, volunteering has to be done by somebody else. No, I can do it. So that feeling should start coming in, right? That's what. So uh, uh, all of us have not been conditioned, right? Like we all like come with our own boundary. Volunteering takes one step out of the boundary, but the taking that step is not so difficult. People will come around you when the intent is right. The universe conspires, so people will come towards helping you. So that way, right? The first step, why people are not taking still first step. So why did I take back like 75 years back, historical reference, right? Gandhi, our father of nation, called like, boss, come behind me, let's go for freedom fighting. Let's fight for our freedom. What did everybody do? It's volunteering. We didn't call us volunteers. We called them as freedom fighters. It is volunteering. They didn't expect anything. They just walked behind him. So, so there needs to be a role model, or there needs to be somebody or something that should have happened. So that's where I kept telling that we need to share more and more stories of acts of kindness. I started doing a lot of posts on my Facebook. I used to do a post called Time to Thank series. So every Friday I post Time to Thank series, and that Time to Thank series is that I wish any one of you in this call who can start that series again, right? I just take a selfie with the corporation women who comes to pick up the waste from my house every day.
Oh,
I
nice.
take a selfie and I thank her, saying that this person has become like one of our family members. That's how we have engaged. Like my mom calls her like sister, and she calls her sister, and then breakfast is given at my house and things like that, right? And she's the same with every house in my locality. But I took a selfie and then I thanked her for what she's doing, and I posted that in my Facebook, and somebody said like, read that post, and somebody from Bangalore. What I did is in Coimbatore, somebody from Bangalore. I just loved her smile, and I liked the way that what how she enjoys her work, though it is picking up waste. How she's enjoying. I would like to present her a silk sari, and somebody sent a silk sari for her, and I gifted to her. So I picked up the ignored people to thank. Every Friday, my the person who does tailoring for us, right? Three generations. My father, he did tailoring for me and my son uniform, school uniform. He does tailoring. Three generations, he's a tailor. We have not changed. The provision shop, the nearby like Annachi shop, we call it. For almost two generations, we go to him. I don't even take money. I then say like, Anna, give this. He give it. So I started picking up people. The postman
Hmm.
who have served so many times, right? Like how many times we have thanked him.
True, sir. Very true.
So I picked up like 32 weeks, 32 different people whom we met, whom we have been like ignored, who have done thankless work for us. I picked up. And every time I just don't take a selfie and then do it, I write about them. How much hardship they have gone through and how ignorant we are. My hairstylist, right? Three generations I've seen him. He's been still my hairstylist. So things like that. Like, and now his daughter is an athletic champion. Like she's a badminton gold medalist, but he still does the hairstyling for me. So that's like, we need to unfortunately we need to promote the culture of giving back to community, and all of this in this call leaders have a role to demonstrate all the small acts of kindness that will make huge everybody to come out and step out and volunteer, come out of that comfort zone.
That was actually eye-opening, sir. We never thought like this angle. We have helped people, but not in the way like you did. That was very inspiring, sir. That was actually very relatable. Also, I'm sure a lot of us here have that felt that hesitation at some point of your life, right? If I give one heart, please. Have you ever had that hesitation to help or do something like what sir did? Yes, right? Very nice. Because it's always not about intent, sometimes it's about confusion, priorities, time, and not knowing where to start. But once someone takes the first step, no, we will start following them. And that takes me to the next question, sir. Can small acts of volunteering really create measurable change in the society?
Immense,
Immense.
immense. I can give some examples that even today, like when I talk about that samples, it brings me tears, especially COVID times, right? For some reason, like my number was became like a help desk number, and people from all over the world started calling me. And one day morning, I mean, it was around like one instant at morning, one instant in the evening. I'll take like time to share both the instances. One is about around 7:45 in the evening. I got a call. It was peak of COVID, second wave, and hundreds of people were like leaving this world every day, and mass cremation and mass burial were happening. And this call came from a place called Udumalpet. It is like some of Tamil people will know Udumalpet. And this person calls in a trembling voice, says that, Sir, I need some help. And the request from him was, I need breast milk. His newborn and him were just out of hospital after testing negative from COVID. His wife, his father, mother, father-in-law, mother-in-law, all are tested positive and under quarantine in ICU. This dad and the newborn, 5 days newborn, is out of quarantine and they have come to house. And this boy calls me and asks me, I need to survive, like feed my child, I need breast milk. Until that I never knew such things exist. Again, like when the intent is right, things fall in place. And I said, give me some time. I just like ran it past through few people. You'll never believe people. I still like get goosebumps. 20 minutes. Within 20 minutes, we were able to find a volunteer 2 streets from his house who donated breast milk for next 21 days for his child until the mother came out of hospital for quarantine.
Excellent, sir.
And I could have just said like, no, I don't know, sir. I could
I
have
don't know.
we could have denied that, right? So this is small acts of kindness. All I did is like 3 phone calls, and a baby survives today. The baby should be like probably in his pre-KG or like UKG right now. So we never know. This is about a survival case study or like an example, right? Another one is a different case study. Uh, I have two case studies, but I'll tell one on the other side of it, negative side of it. Morning 10 a.m. on a peak of COVID second wave, a girl calls from Hyderabad. She again crying, weeping, big time crying. And there was a baby is also crying next to her. I could hear that like a newborn kind of like a very very young little one is crying behind her. She said like, sir, uh, both my mom and dad live in Coimbatore and they were hospitalized in government hospital for COVID. They were tested positive. And my brother lives in Dubai. He cannot come. And I live in Hyderabad. I can also not come. So we had deployed a nurse to take care of her. We have been paying her. But then just now, a minute back, the nurse called, said my mom passed away. And then she's not answering my call. And my dad, I don't know what is happening to him. But my mom, all my life, she's never asked me anything. She has only been giving to us. But only thing she asked me all through the life is, after I am dead, can you put my ashes in River Ganges? That is the only thing that she has asked. And this girl called me to ask if she can get her mother's ash. And that day, every day, hundreds of people are being mass cremated. In government hospital, hundreds of people are being mass cremated. Where will I get her mother's ash? Right? And I'm also a common man. I have my wife, mom, dad, and my child. How will I go and collect? And you'll know again, I didn't have the habit of like saying no. I'm still trying to learn to build that habit of saying no. I didn't say no. Give me some time. And called a couple of my friends, and he said like one of my NGO friend. He said like just few days back he had called me. He said like, sir, I'm driving an ambulance now. I'll call you later. Why are you driving ambulance? He said like, sir, I'm helping the government in mass cremation. So he goes to the GH, he collects the body and takes them to the crematorium and he burns them. He was doing that. And this girl called and I remembered him. I called him and he said, sir, give me their Aadhaar card alone. Send the alone. So I got it from this girl's Aadhaar card and then I sent it to him in WhatsApp. This happened in 11 in the morning. That's all. Only one phone call I received, one outgoing call I did. That's all. Evening 5:30, I am being pulled into a WhatsApp group. There were 80 different people in the WhatsApp group. WhatsApp group, I go, there was a video call that comes. This person, my friend, had rescued his mother's body, claiming that it's his relative. He took to a private crematorium and then he did all the last cremation on behalf of the family and he did live streaming for his son to see from Dubai and his daughter to see from Hyderabad, and the whole family saw that in a live Google Meet video call. And the last face of her mother, both family and the whole family could see. And then 2 days later, they were like from a Marwadi community, and through that community, she was able to rescue the ashes. And I got a video from that girl 4 days later. The ashes were actually dipped in Ganges, and I saw the video that she sent, and she was thankful. So, so if you ask me, like, small acts of kindness, does it make a difference? Immense difference. You can never measure at all. Certain things can be
Definitely.
never measured at all. So she could not have seen her mother at the family could not have seen that mother at the last bit, and this child without a mother's milk could not have survived.
Couldn't have
So it's
survived.
all like volunteering, right? Doesn't have any boundary. It's all like anything could make a difference.
Yeah, it's really shifting my mindset, sir, actually. Not like we have to do something very big or very much having impact. It's a small kindness. You were just a moderator in between these two people, but it had created a lifetime memory for that lady who did that, right?
I'll take.
Definitely.
I know. I sir Arul sir, like 7:15 we should finish, right? I'll take one more minute
Please,
to
please,
give
yes,
another
please.
case study.
We
Yes.
can
Again in
hold this
the
kindness for a little longer, sir. Don't worry.
no this again in the COVID days, right? Like there were like three brothers. They are like called Uran brothers, like OORAN. Like it's a type of a tribe or a community from Chhattisgarh, and these guys have come down to Kerala as guest laborers. And due to COVID, they lost their job. They hopped into a train that was coming towards Coimbatore, Tirupur. Somebody told like at Tirupur they have some work, and they were not having work in Kerala, and then they hopped onto the train. Probably they didn't have tickets, money to buy tickets. They were sitting on the doorsteps, and then they were traveling. And the eldermost slipped from the train and then passed away. There was no more. And there were like two other younger ones. And I got a call 8 a.m. from an NGO in Delhi, and India Cares is the NGO. Again, like my number was circulated big time, and then
My
somebody
number
called,
should have been a celebrity number, sir.
and they called and uh, Bala, I have a request. Somebody gave your number, but I have a request, and the request is we need a casket, Savapetti casket. That was the request. And they said this boy was dead and kept in the mortuary of Coimbatore GH for almost a week's time. And because of not being able to facilitate a casket, nobody to facilitate, they were still there. And the family is waiting to see the body to do the last rites. They said they called me at 8 o'clock. 12 o'clock, a train is coming from Trivandrum. The train started 6 o'clock at Trivandrum. It's on its way. 12 o'clock, it will come to Coimbatore railway station. It will stop for 2 minutes. And in 2 minutes, we'll have to board that casket and the two other brothers. And then they'll have to come to Ranchi. So this was driven by Department of Labor from Jharkhand or like Jharkhand or Chhattisgarh. They had called this NGO. They were trying to figure out like how do we do it. Again, like I said, I didn't say no. I said give me some time. I called a couple of my friends. They said like there is an NGO, Sudar Trust. They do this activity, and I called that NGO. They said, sir, we need 15,000 rupees to buy a casket and do all of this. I said I'll immediately transfer. I transferred the money. They got the casket. They said, sir, I need 1 hour of time to pack and take them to the hospital. I don't know Hindi again. So I had to pick another of my friend to conference and then talk to that brothers. And they said like, we are at the GH. Show me photo. They're sending GH photo, but they were not there. The NGO people came at 11 o'clock. 12 o'clock is the train, but we were not able to find the brothers. And then I had to ask them to do it. They were actually 8 kilometers far in a police station. They were actually were posted in a police station, in the railway police station, where the accident happened. The brother's body is ready. I had to request the policeman to rush to them because they had to come and find the body from him. I had to request the to put them into an ambulance and then pack on the way. And then they went all the way. By 11:50, they reached the railway station. 10 minutes the train is going to come. The railway authorities said like it cannot because if you have to take a casket, it must be in a separate coach. They were told a day
Sir,
ahead.
we are not able to hear your voice properly, sir. Maybe mic.
Is it?
Now it's okay. Good. Yeah, we can.
Okay, they came by 11:50. 12 o'clock is the train. They told you should have told a day before because the casket has to be carried in a separate coach, and we don't have a separate coach. We can't add a coach in Coimbatore. You should have told before 6 a.m. The casket with his brother's body, two brothers are there at the station. 10 minutes, the train is going to come. So I had to call the Southern Railways, Department of Labor, Jharkhand, and everything. Finally convinced it was COVID, it is not a full train, and all of them. Finally, we had to buy tickets for those, all three of them, the casket and two brothers. We boarded. I can share pictures of them also probably later. So I didn't prepare to show the pictures. It's on my LinkedIn though. So boarded on time. 1.5 days later, the Department of Labor received at Ranchi, sent to their rural village, and the whole family were able to do the last rites for their elder son. So hardly I had to make 10 phone calls that day. 10 phone calls, right? And that 15,000 rupees, right? This India Cares, there was a person called Sabina who coordinated. And you will never believe, uh, it's about like compassion is not instant, right? Compassion is a journey. And that's what I learned from her. The Department of Labor offices kept changing. And she said, like, I owe you, I'll pay you that 15,000 rupees. This happened in 2011, okay? And 2 months back, I got that 15,000 rupees back. It's just after 5 years, I got that 15,000 rupees back. I totally forgot, and she kept asking me, did they pay the money? Did they pay money? I said, like, forget it, forget it. It's not required, no more required. But she never gave up. She said, like, you did for nothing. You never knew that brothers. You never knew that family. You did for nobody. But I will never leave it. She followed it up for 5 years, and multiple governments could have changed, offices could have changed. And last, just 2 months back on my LinkedIn, you will find that post. 2 months back, I got that money back from Department of Labor, and then I got tears on my eyes. Like, how could somebody continue to pursue and get that money back for me, right? Oh, no, great
Definitely.
things, great stories.
And
We can keep
yeah,
discussing.
yeah, like I remember one quote from Tamil, like நல்லவங்க நாலு பேர் இருக்கிறதுனால தான் மழை வருதுன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க சார். So I'm remembering that thought actually that this moment, like you're somewhere here, she's somewhere there. There are some brothers who are from some other part of the country. See how it's coordinating. Very nice, sir. What are the biggest challenges volunteers face on the ground that people don't see?
Uh, See, basically in volunteering, one size doesn't fit all, and there's nothing like anybody and everybody can go take it up. Somebody has to curate, and unfortunately, uh, when you just like that go and do somebody help somebody, right? Uh, the the unfair side of our human development, the intellect that we have developed, and all of that, people look, why is this guy coming and doing it? What is in it for him? What is the agenda? There is something behind this. So we have always started associating there is some agenda. People have some agenda. Why should somebody do it for free? that 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 perception, unfortunately, we have developed. When Gandhi called and everybody walked for freedom, nobody had that perception. They just went with one agenda. So now people think that there is some agenda. Maybe he wants to become a politician. Maybe he wants to show off. Maybe he wants to do something around it. Maybe he's going to, if I say, like, I've rescued so many people, maybe he's stealing kidney from people. Maybe he's people,
Becoming so
we have
suspect of yourself.
the the advent of social media, the intrusion of social media, right? We get all negative stories and people start associating to it. So I am genuine. To prove my genuinity, it takes time. That's where people are little hesitant, that, like, why do I have to go give up myself, my integrity and all of that? Why should I go and prove my integrity to the outside world? But that should not stop, is my request. That should not stop. When you are genuine, why should you work? Why should you worry about others' perception, right? A sheep, I mean, a lion should not feel bad about a sheep's opinion, right? So lion is always a lion. You don't have to feel about like a sheep or like a fox. Let them have any opinion. Volunteer does it for their satisfaction. And what do I get as part of volunteering? I change myself. I become a better human every time I volunteer. Then the community, the family became happy, the child survived, the cremation happened, all of that is secondary. I have become a great human. You know what has happened in my family? All through COVID, I was doing all of this, working from home, sitting from home. My son is now 13. He was like 5 years old, like, he was in fifth grade, fourth grade. He saw all of these. I'm talking all through this, right? He was listening to me. And after some time, somebody asked, like, what do you want to become? I said, I want to become a volunteer. I had to explain him it's not a career. I want to become a volunteer, like you. I want to become a volunteer. So what I have done is that, like, I have become better human, and I'm inspiring the next generation
Inspired.
also to become
Exactly.
compassionate. So that and all, like, immeasurable, immeasurable.
True, sir, true, sir. I think your service is needed to the big service for the large scale actually, for
Yeah,
the to nurture from the childhood itself. Not only your son, there are so many children of yours that they have to get this
yeah.
inspiring. Great, sir. From outside, volunteering looks fulfilling, but in ground, it needs so much resilience and commitment. That's what I came to know from your conversation as of now. But, sir, this is my last question to you. And how do organizations ensure volunteering creates real value and not just an activity?
Fantastic question. And I request all of you in the leadership forum, right? Like, in the leadership forum, go back to your organization, go back to your place of work, and enable volunteering. Create opportunities to volunteer. Volunteering brings immense benefit to the organization also. It builds employee engagement. You start working with each one even more much closer. The emotional bond when three of you go to a school, five of you go to a school, teach children, and all of them said, like, Anna, Raka, you are a role models. The way you come back, right? I say, like, volunteering is an addiction, and you don't have a rehab, and you don't need a rehab. And I am one such addicted, fully addicted person. And every Saturday I go out and volunteer and come back from a school after volunteering. I don't need an evening party to get myself high. I'm already high. So the feedback that you get, right, is takes you get addicted. You want to go do more and more and more. So create avenues for your team members, organization, where you make people get addicted to volunteering. That shows the culture of giving back to community. Build a culture of volunteering. So, like I said, like, one size doesn't fit all. Somebody wants to go and teach children, somebody wants to go plant trees, somebody wants to do plastic pickup in the beach, somebody wants to go to old age home, listen to stories from the elderly people, somebody wants to take their guitar and sing song for elderly people. So, uh, to be precise, I'm not promoting branding my book. If in case, if you want to know more about volunteering, I've put together, it's on Amazon and Flipkart, 101 impactful ways to volunteer. So in that book, 101 ways I've put together. If you want to do volunteering in education, if you want to volunteering in environment, if you want to do in animal care, go to this page. If you want to, if you have only 30 minutes, you want to still volunteer, go to this page. If you want to volunteering virtual, I don't want to step out of my desk, I want to sit in my laptop, I still want to volunteer, go to this page. So put together an index at the end of it, and that will help you to kickstart volunteering.
Beautiful.
So,
Beautiful, sir.
uh, so uh, to the question, organization should embrace volunteering. That shows your organization is purposeful, and it improves retention within the organization. We have done a study, 5 years of data, people who are volunteered versus not volunteered. There's 19% improved stickiness with the organization, which means retention is improved in the organization. People who have volunteered because they feel it's a purposeful organization. I've seen in my company people who came back again, that the other company did not have volunteering. So, it brings immense pleasure and immense
Impact on the people.
change.
Change. Yeah. So that could connect everything that we discussed today. It started with intent, moves to action, scales through consistency, faces real challenges, and finally comes down to creating meaningful values. And I think that where volunteering transforms from just an activity into a true medium of making difference. And what sir is a best example of what he is doing. I think we should take so many life lessons from him, and that's very inspiring. It's a very eye-opening session. This is the first session I'm doing as a panel discussion, and it made a big impact in my life. Actually, I wanted to do something to the society and to my level best, and I'll be very thankful for your insights, sir. Thank you so much.
Sure, Akshaya. So, last last bit, right? Like I have seen people telling that like I will earn like a crore when my bank balance hits this level. When I buy a car, when I buy a home, I'll start giving back to community. It doesn't matter. Your money doesn't matter to give back when it comes to give back to community. You have seen my examples, right? Couple of phone calls, point 0.5 paise, 1 rupee. You can make a huge difference,
Difference.
world of difference to somebody. So uh, you don't have to have like a new year to come to do a resolution to start
Started.
giving back to community.
Started.
Absolutely.
Again, going back to Tamil quote, right? Like nandre say nandrum indre say indrum inne say. Do it
Yes.
right now. Just start embracing things around you, supporting people, and you'll see the world is so much of good things that is around us. You'll see only good things, passion, compassion, so much around us, and the negativity will slowly fade away from you. So once again, big thanks to Prakash sir and Arul sir for the for the opportunity. And I took a little 5 minutes more than the anticipated time or fixed time. But these topics, these case studies can go on and on.
Yeah.
So back to you, Bhavani ma'am, for your closure. Thank you once again for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Bala and Akshaya. Lovely, insightful questions that you shared. Just to translate what he said in Tamil, in Hindi it says, "Kal kare so aaj kare so ab, pal mein pralay hoegi, bahuri karega kab." Right? Like you, I have one more gentleman in this platform, sir, who's very proud that he doesn't know English, and I mean, sorry, Hindi, and he only says, "Do ek plate pani puri dena, sir." That is the only Hindi he knows. and and for everybody, he's Mr. Narun that we have over here. So yes, the beautiful thing that you shared, sir. Definitely, all in the platform over here has really got a thorough insight about how volunteers, as I already mentioned earlier, volunteering and empathy is never forced, it's always a choice, right? And I'm sure you have been the chosen by the God also, because of which you're so blessed, abundantly blessed, sir, that there has been one platform for people to know that if my family can't stand with me, my friends can't stand with me, my relatives can't stand with me, my co-neighbors can't stand with me. There's someone unknown on the line who can do something for me. So yes, sir, God has been truly blessed, and it's been an amazing blessing that you've been able to serve society. And as you rightly said, that somewhere something has just started, and that has motivated your heart to just deliver. Be it the small child that has made you do it, or be it you, your health, sir. You also as a person should have felt it, sir. Otherwise, we hear a lot of people sing a lot of stories, but it has never come the way it has come from you. So, and it's so beautiful to know that, and I'm truly happy that I was there part of this volunteering today that I have done. Yes, sir.
You were chosen to volunteer today, ma'am. So,
Thank you.
the end result, right? I started doing it as a satisfaction and all of that. Like I said, like as an addiction.
Yes.
And where it has taken me is for people who do not know about my full time role. I am the head of employee volunteering for Cognizant India. So I'm a
Absolutely.
director, CSR, 23 years, and my full time role, I am paid as a director to enable volunteering in Cognizant India.
Lovely.
So
Beautiful.
my goal is 2.5 lakh employees are there in Cognizant India. My role is to enable volunteering to them. It's not just like I getting addicted, right? I want
Right.
to build that addiction into 2.5 lakh employees in Cognizant India. That's my role, and I'm paid to do that. See how
Absolutely.
fortunate I am, right?
I know.
And 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 fortunately, and I have like a 4-5 member team, and with that set of team members, I get this kick-off volunteering for 50,000 people every year, and 2.5 lakh hours of volunteering is given by Cognizant employees every year. So truly, no employee time off, volunteering time off, no performance management,
Mm.
nobody pushes them, culturally driven from heart with only one motto: there is a volunteer within everybody. That's the only philosophy. Everybody has a volunteering within. Not everybody knows when to give, where to give, and how to give. And my role and my team is to kindle that volunteering within them. And 50,000 volunteers every year give 2.5 lakh hours from Cognizant. That's what my role, and that's what I'm paid to do.
Lovely,
So
sir. That's beautiful. That's amazing to know. You can always take Leaders Connect platform as always open to serve and to be there for any volunteer work, sir. Arul, the team of Prakash, myself, Arul, others, I'm sure the others who joined us every Wednesday, who religiously, diligently, and on getting their time out to just be a part of this platform. I'm sure all of us are going to be able to contribute in their best of capacities for CSR fund, work that you're doing, sir. So yes, this platform has gained a lot about understanding volunteering, and I'm sure we got a lot of insight with respect to the uh, inputs that you've shared, especially the stories that you've shared, sir. They're really motivating to understand that how we could have done with just phone calls. I was just wondering, sir, if you could share some numbers because most of us don't have numbers to contact. अभी देख भी लिया, so like for example, I see something on the road, I don't know who I should call. Maybe we're not in touch with NGO, maybe we're not in touch with people who do such kind of work, maybe we are not aware of certain numbers. Even if you see the act of POXO has now become a very profound platform for children to know about it. We have this posh that's there with the corporates. So only now people have started to know certain numbers.
Yep.
If some years back, if I had to see and I had to do this, I still wouldn't have known who should I call. Right? Like
True.
I'd have nobody in my circle who could do something like this. So
Yep.
most of the time, it's even if the empathy arises, but we don't know how do I lead it because I don't
Yep.
have any contacts. Who do I tell? And I'll end up just telling to people on the bar table or on the friend's couch that, I saw this, I saw that, but I don't know what to do. So yes, that is also one of the major reasons why maybe people are not able to do it. That's my look how I'm seeing because I have gone through that, sir, and then I have
Uh,
seen how it
the
is
moment you start seeking
unfolded.
out, universe will guide you.
Start guide.
So, it will start happening. It is not. It is just about the intent, and rest all will fall in place.
Right.
I have seen in multiple cases, uh, just the intent. You just go with the true intent and seek out, and you will find arms and legs coming all around to pull you out.
Good one. Great. Lovely, sir. Thank you so much. I'm sure, like, recently there's a very good talk about this movie Dhurandhar. I'm not aware if you're aware about it. Like how the Dhurandhar movie has glued all of us. This session has glued all of us today, and we're not able to find it up as the time that has been given. So quickly to understand from the participant, if anybody has got questions, we would be able to take only one. Apologies because we want to listen more from Bala sir, so that's why we're not able to take a lot of questions. But anyway, anybody has got any questions, we could take one. Anybody would like to volunteer for any question?
Mhm.
Anybody? Okay. I'm sure most of us have got a very thorough insight, sir. Maybe your book. I'm sure if we can get if Arul can help us with the book name and
Yes.
sources, we will be able to connect with that, and maybe people will get to know about it more. So yes, thank you so much. Moving ahead to our next segment, we will have the quiz round that is going to be taken by Priya Sandeep. So over to you, Priya. If you can quickly have a quiz questions, few questions for all our participants.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, sir. Thank you very much for coming here. Frankly speaking, every word of yours, we have to be present, yes, like Akshaya was telling. But I'm fine that I was off video because every word you were telling was getting onto my heads and I was getting goosebumps and sometimes I was tearing up. Yes, as human beings, we have to grow and hearing all these, we have to make ourselves strong. Then we can come forward like you and volunteer. Thank you very much for your insights, sir. Every word of yours has gone to the bottom of our heart. I'm sure we don't need a quiz today to check that anyways. But yes, I have to do my duty. I'll share one question. Okay. So to all the participants here, the question goes this way. Which statement best reflects the true essence of volunteering? I have four options. A, it is mainly a way to build personal branding. B, it is mostly about filling free time. C, it is primarily for gaining professional experience. Or D, it is about inspiring others and creating social impact. I'm sharing it in the chat box.
We already got answers. Deep.
Oh, great, great.
Lovely.
Yes, Baranika has got it. Is the first to answer. So this time Baranika has got it. Congratulations, Baranika. Can we see you on video?
Yes,
Yes.
Yes.
Bharnika, can
Congratulations, Baranika.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Such a really inspiring story and words. Usually in roadside, I used to see people sitting here and there. Uh, I love to give them some food and money. Apart from that, I don't know what to do. How I can do more than that at this my age? I really don't know. But I really, after hearing words of sir, I want to reach sir first. Whenever I want to help some of them, I want to reach sir and I want to volunteer for them and I want to help more people, sir. Really, it's really inspired. Thank you
thank
so
you.
much, sir.
Thank you, Barnika. Thank you so much. Yes, Barnika, it's a very beautiful talk. We'll definitely invite our Bala sir today to our Rocket Girls. That would be a platform where all of us would be able to meet him in person. Also, that also tells me that keeping your age in mind, we can invite his son to be the young leader of Leaders Connect platform, and we can know more from him as to why did he choose to become a volunteer. Great. So thank you so much. Many congratulations, Barnika. I could see your very prompt information with respect to showing flames in the chats that you were interested and glued with the topic that was there today. So you would be getting a book which I will be able to organize the same. The book goes by Miss Madhavi, 30 minutes a daily to uh, immunity and health. So yes, that's the book for you. Yes, that's the book prize for you. So congratulations, Baranika.
Yeah,
Thank
really,
you so
thank you,
much
ma'am.
for being a part of that. Thank you.
Thank you
Great.
so much, ma'am.
Quickly, to understand for everybody, we're coming up this Saturday. We're going to be having our exciting Rocket Goals, which is 19.0. And we're going to be having panel discussion with our guest, which shares the topic on real life to real life, reality versus reality. Also, it talks about how exciting we are with respect to our upcoming Rocket Goals. Looking forward for everyone to be there for our Rocket Goals, which usually happens at Savera Hotel. This time we're going to be having it at Vadapalli, which is called as Radha Regent Hotel. So yes, I'm sure all the flyers have been out. All of you are aware and informed about the same. I'm looking forward to have all of you over. Right? Great, lovely. Moving to the next segment. Could we quickly have summary from Mr. Nilay sir? How are you, Nilay sir?
Yeah, fine, ma'am. Uh,
Great.
good evening, one and all, and thanks to Bija Training for this opportunity as a summary leader. And dear Mr. Balakumar sir, exceptionally insightful thoughts on this particular volunteering a medium of making a difference. The way you presented your points and examples was powerful and deeply moving in the heart, and it's a truly goosebumps, sir. And I made your points in six category. And one is the purpose versus branding, impact first and recognition later. The volunteering is not a new; it's a part of human empathy. Acts like rescuing a mentally challenged woman or helping abandoned individuals come from inner satisfaction, not a visibility. Public sharing, media or social is not a branding; it inspires others to act. As a key message, if one story motivates 10 people, it impacts multiplies. And the second point and the first step, the biggest barrier, the many people have intent but lack the trigger to act. The volunteering needs just one step beyond the crowd. Inspiration plays a big role, like a role model such as Mahatma Gandhi. Initiative like Time to Thank and recognizing everyday contributor like a postman or corporation workers to help normalize volunteering behavior. And the third, the power of small action, the massive and measurable impact. A few calls during the COVID helped arrange a breast milk in 20 minutes, saving a newborn life, and fulfill mother's last wish, the Ganga's rituals, and the transport of body across the states within a minute. And also, it's a key message. The small, timely actions can create a lifelong impact. And the fourth one, the ground reality, the challenges volunteers face. The society often doubts intentions, either publicity or hidden motive, and volunteers may face resistance, mistrust, or even risk. So, reality one size doesn't fit all. So every situation need judgment and courage. The true volunteers act despite perception. And the fifth one, mindset. The beyond judgment towards the humanity. Don't be driven by fear or opinion. Focus on being a better person and not proving a point. So real volunteering is about courage to act, compassion without conditions, inspiring through actions. The last one, the role of organization, the building a volunteering culture. Organization should embed volunteering into the culture, not treat it as an event. So volunteering boosts employee engagement, create a purpose beyond the work. So even we can volunteer like a visiting elders, planting trees, or skill sharing, or virtual support. So the idea is get addicted to volunteering, not just celebration. As a closing thought, volunteering is not about doing something extraordinary. It's about asking a one step when others hesitate. That one step can save lives, restore dignity, and inspire may more to act. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Nilay, sir. Thank you so much. Well summed up information about what we received today. So thank you so much. We do have Nilay, sir, with us on the platform like an alumni. We have Sandil, sir, which I miss usually on the Leaders Connect platform. So yeah, the best people that we have for summary. So yes, thank you so much for keeping up the best format of the summary, sir. Thank you so much. I'm sure we don't want to wrap up the session, but as the need of the hour and the need of the requirement which says we need to come to the end of the session. So yes, we have a word of thanks from Aishwarya. I'm sure she's waiting for a very long time to deliver her segment. So yes, Aishwarya, you could share the word of thanks.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm Aishwarya. When decisions are driven by clarity and data, organizations are better equipped to position talent and build resilient workforces. Let me quickly share once again the purpose of this thriving community. Leaders Connect 360 Foundation is a non-profit organization aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. We are a hybrid leadership community bringing leaders together every Wednesday from 6:30 p.m. to 7:15 p.m., where experts from diverse fields share practical solutions to real-time leadership challenges, just like the valuable insights we received today on volunteering, a medium of making a difference. Every last week of the month, we go a step further by inviting authors to share insights from their books, helping us evolve as leaders and lifelong learners. I extend my deepest gratitude to our esteemed guest, Mr. Balakumar Thangavelu, Director, CSR India Head Outreach, Employee Volunteering, CSR Global Lead ESG, for his insightful and thought provoking perspectives. A special thank you to our panel discussion leader, Ms. Akshaya Suresh, and our moderator, Ms. Bhavni Shiksha, for steering today's discussion so effectively and making it truly impactful. And now, as a small token of our appreciation, we present a small thank you video to express our gratitude. See you next Wednesday. Until then, keep leading and keep growing. Thank you.
Thank you, Aishwarya. Thank you so much for having the vote of thanks. Quickly, if we can have a thank you video, Arun. Thank you all. Thank you all for your time. Thank you all for your presence. Thank you, Bala sir. I'm sure Leaders Connect is not going to be enough a reason to thank you for all that you have shared. We all must be having a different perception about volunteering, but yes, today there has been a very different idea that we all have received from you, and a very, very simple way how we can put it up. No matter how much simple a thing can be called, sir, but an act is an act, and that can really be abundantly helpful to many people. So, yes, it is a very big thing that we have understood today in the few words that you have shared, which are very impactful. So, thank you so much, sir. Also, I would like to invite you for a Rocket Goals platform. I'm sure Arun will be able to share you the flyer and the details, few videos that could help you. So, I will be looking forward to see you as well, sir. I believe you're at
Sure.
Coimbatore, sir. You are based out of Coimbatore.
Yes, I'm based in Coimbatore.
Great, lovely. We'll be really very happy to have you, sir. I'll share you the videos and everything. So yes, I will
Sure.
be able to help you with that. Thank you so
Sure.
much, sir. Anything
Thank
that
you
you would
all.
share at the end of the session? So please do that, sir.
Like,
Anything that you would wish to share? Anybody who wish to share, or Bala sir,
yeah,
you wish to
I
say
wish to
anything?
share one thing. To my eyes, he looks like a true celebrity actually.
That's
Getting
true.
through like I want to get his number actually. So please share me your number.